Welcome to Motors and Man Stuff Workshop Shenanigans. This series we're going to be doing everything that I do in the garage. So whether it be working on one of a friend's cars, this RX-7 that we're doing a full respray on. I think I've done a few videos before where the whole thing was painted in truck bed liner in Raptor. So if you check out some of the shorts, you'll be able to see the transformation of this. We've got a few videos to go still. I'm finishing off the paintwork. And hopefully we'll see a nice transformation there. We'll be working on an E46. It's got a vibration that we can't find, so a couple of bits of things that we can try. Hopefully get to the bottom of that. The idea of this series is essentially to cover everything that we do in the garage. Things that I take for granted might be interesting to some of you. We can also ask you guys what you'd like to see. So if you could post a comment and tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, anything that you'd like to see, anything you'd like to learn. We're going to cover a load of motorsport information. We're going to cover a load of how-tos on specific vehicles, and basically we're going to cover everything motoring related. We do go to a lot of car shows and stuff like that, so some of the stuff will be on various car shows. We'll go inside of companies, so we do MMS Insider Insights. So we'll go behind the scenes in specific companies and show you how they work and what you get for your money basically. And it doesn't always have to be good, you know, we can give you honest feedback. We've done a couple of reviews on the website where, you know, some things are great, some things aren't. I'm also going to transform some of the content that I've got on the website into YouTube videos to help consolidate information. I'm also going to go through a load of popular cars and look at the common faults, talk about them. I'm to identifying what the common faults are, how to rectify them and what to look at when you're buying them. So fingers crossed, we've got a lot of content to come. So if you'd like to see some more, just hit the subscribe button and we'll go from there. So I'm here with Motor and Man Stuff and we're looking into the vibration on this E46. At the moment we don't know whether it's the front or the rear, feel a bit of both. So first of all, jack the car up. I'm going to see if we can get the wheels spinning and see if the vibration's still there while the car's jacked up. We're going to remove the rear wheels so they're isolating anything to do with wheel balance and stuff like that, and see if it's things like bushes in the rear subframe or maybe even the guibo that's on the prop shaft. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the wheels spinning up to speed around about 70 miles an hour. Once we do that, we'll be able to see whether there's any vibration coming from the prop shaft, from the axles. We'll be able to see whether the suspension's shuffling around, anything like that. So we're going to pull off it first. So with this being an open diff, you can see that only one side is spinning, the far side. So what we're going to have to do is double check to see whether this brake's binding on, or see if we can loosen it up before we'll continue this. So what I found there was just a little bit of the brake binding on. All I've done is leave the pads out a little bit. That's freed up this disc so it can spin a bit easier. So we're going to run the test again. Can you start the car, please? And then drive it in first, please. So now we're getting some motion on this side, so we'll watch from this side. So can you bring that up to 5th gear? Just through the gears, please. So at the moment we've got everything spinning and there's no noticeable vibration anywhere. So we're going to have a look underneath and see if I can see anything. So there's nothing notable while it's idling, so we're going to bring the car up to 70 miles an hour and see if there's any more vibration at higher speeds. At 8 miles an hour with no vibration. So that rules out any imbalance in the rear shafts, the diff, rear bushes, or the guibo, which is the main concern. So the next thing that I'm thinking, if there is a vibration from the rear, it could be that the wheel is off centre. So these are aftermarket alloys. As you can see, this centre is bigger than that. I did buy these spigot rings with a complete guess at what this outside diameter was. Evidently they're wrong. So I'm going to have to measure the inside of this wheel to see what that diameter is, and then get some spigot rings to fit that. But before doing anything, we'll put them out, mount that alloy, and we'll see whether this actually creates a vibration, to see whether the wheels causing some harmonics throughout the car that creates that vibration at higher speeds. One thing I do hate about BMWs is the fact that they have bolts rather than studs, which is an inconvenience for locating the wheels. Because we're not running spigot rings, I'm going to gently tighten up each one of the bolts to try and get the wheels centre as possible. So I'm sure everyone knows the rule of opposites, so do the diagonals. But we'll top these up properly when we're put on the floor. So now we've done that, we've refitted both alloys. We're going to repeat the test to see what it's like spinning up to speed. Can you start the car, please? So immediately you can see that this alloy wheel has a huge ripple in it. Could be the centering of the wheel. So this is going to be the furthest we could take this at the moment. And we're going to suggest placing the alloys. I'll put the spigot rings first. On top of our normal content, we're also going to cover the restoration of this Nissan Silvia S15. Over here, we've also got one of my longer term projects, the Datsun 240Z. So as you can see, it is very far off completion, but I have made 2 new floor pans for it. The front end is actually stored up a height over there, as you can see. So yeah, we'll get stuck into this, but we're also looking at some new premises. So at the moment we've got quite a lot of workshop space that's very poorly utilised. Hopefully we'll be in a partnership with a new company and we'll have some more space and bring you even better content.